This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, good evening. It's look like if you are not joined. So let us start, right? So in the previous session, we have gone through that network hosting. So if you have any kind of doubt on the previous session, we can clear it. Otherwise, we can go to revenue planning. We talk about how the costs are calculated for internal activity based on the work and the activity type. Then also we discussed about the external or service cost, how it is coming, and also we talk about service master, how we can do the master service, model service specification, use that structure the service. Then also we talk about the cost activity. Similarly, we have seen whether you can do how to do the unit costing. Then similarly, we have seen the material, when material is attaching, that cost is rolling it up. And also we have seen the costing sheet. Due to the costing sheet, some additional overheads are calculated for each and every cost or activity, wherever it is. So these are the things relevant for network costing. So whenever you are doing the network costing, what you need to consider is schedule, or can say list down all the resources required for activity. So first, obviously, you have to prepare a schedule based on the list of activities and making them in a precedence table, putting them the dependencies. Then after that, you can plan your resources, then put the resources there, then automatically system will calculate the cost, and also the duration will be, or that period will be automatically taken care based on the period of the activity. Okay. So let me just quickly show you the configuration. There is not much configuration, but what is relevant for that. For example, one thing is that we need to maintain is the settings for network, say maintain network types, let's say PS04. Okay, so here nothing is specific for costing, but when it comes to parameter for network, so here this one you can select it, default it, determine plan cost. But anyway, it's not that mandatory. For even if you don't specify here, you can select it from the network header while creating the network. But this is better if you do it, so from the configuration, which network is relevant. Then this is the things which you need to get it from the CEO costing team. Then they will give you the variant for plan, how the plan cost need to be considered, how the actual cost need to be considered. So this variant, costing variant, you need to maintain it here. Then if you look at the network profile, so here there is nothing specific to calculate in the cost. Only thing is here we are specifying whether that while releasing, whether you want the how the purchase requisition need to be generated from the network. Because when you are planning the resources, obviously that network will create a purchase requisition. So you can say how you want it, whether it is immediately or from release or never. So never means it won't create. So if it is never, then you need to change it immediately. That it creates the purchase requisition. Then we have the material. There is a procurement indicator. The procurement. This is also an option. You can default it, values. If you don't have a procurement indicator, then while entering, you have to select whether it is L or N and all those things. So here different ways are there. You can default it. For example, if you want a purchase requisition and reservation, in case if you are using the stock, project stock, then the setting is priority project stock will be the first priority, then planned priority, then sales order. So this will be the setting. Then you mention the item category as default item category should be L. Then you mention that there should be a purchase requisition for network to be generated. So these are the settings is required. If you maintain these settings in the procurement indicator, and if you assign that one, and that will be taken care of the reservation and purchase requisition. For example, only the reservation, then you don't tick this checkbox, this purchase request. Similarly, if you want special procurement and non-stock, so different way of you can consider these combinations. So this is again, it won't determine anything. It is just for defaulting the values. So these are the things which is just relevant for the configuration for network costing. But as I said, the engine itself is very powerful, so it's not necessarily to do the much configuration is not required. Standard functionality will take care of all these things. So now let us look to the revenue planning. So what are the different ways of doing the revenue planning? Again, revenue planning, as you know, revenue planning is only relevant for the customer projects, right? Because if you don't have a revenue, then there is no point of doing a revenue plan. So revenue planning, these are the different way you can do that revenue planning. One is you can do a manual revenue planning, same like what you're doing it in cost planning or hierarchical way. So here you can do it. Again, when you're talking about the revenue, then there won't be much hierarchy and all those things, right? Because wherever the billing element is there, that is only relevant for the revenue plan. So most of the cases, it will be only the highest level WBS, the root level WBS will make it as a revenue element, or you can say billing element. Then revenue planning will be done there. Then other options are like billing plan in the WBS element, where you can maintain a billing plan directly here. Another option is we can make from the sales order perspective. So here there is an option you can link it with sales order. That is what we normally do with milestone billing time, right? We can do that milestone planning. Then this is what we do from the billing plan structure. So we have a billing plan. You can go and maintain the billing plan. So I will just show you in the system how to do that
Yeah,
relevant
Abdul.
planning. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abdul, I have one question here. So,
Yeah.
milestone billing only possible in customer project? Is it possible in investment project also? For example, I have some service activities. So for that, based on the milestone, can I able to pay the bill amount to them
No,
payment?
that is a payment. No milestone. Yeah, that is a payment actually. That is not billing. Billing means you are getting revenue. You are doing it to your customer.
Okay.
So
But payment is it
there is no
possible
option.
for that?
Payment is there. There is a payment functionality is there.
Okay.
It is called a payment forecast, payment planning.
Okay, we'll discuss.
But the
Okay.
problem is that won't. That is only an information for you. It won't do any kind of action with your payment in the finance.
Okay.
But here, billing means yes, there is some kind of control is there where you can remove the block from the sales order.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is a difference. There is a payment plan you can put it based on milestone. Yes, you can do a payment planning, but not for all. You can do it for a material. You can do it for external service activity. Yes, for that activity, you can go
Yeah.
and maintain, select that payment plan.
Is it possible? If it is possible, later on, can you show it one demo for that?
Yeah, yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
yeah.
It is just a selection only. I will show you that. So let's create one project. Let's say this one, which we are using 10. So let's copy that. Okay. So we'll copy from 10. So let it copy everything. So this is a project. So let's see whether planning element is there or not. Yeah, this is a billing element. So this is how our structure look like. Okay. So first, let's look how the manual planning is there. So manual planning is very simple. For example, if I go to the project system, financials, planning, revenue in WBC element, we have the transaction CJ42. So once you open it up, let's say this one, then you enter it. So here only they open it up where the root level where we have that amount is there, it will show. So let's say already 1 million is planned. So let's say it's 3 million. So this is the revenue. You can just simply save. So once you save it, obviously we will be able to see it in the report. For example, if I go to the information system, project system, then financials, even in the first one where is a cost, revenue, and all those things are there, it will show the report. Yeah, here it is. So maybe there is some other planning is already there. So that's why 3 million plus 1 million. So 1 million, I think it is there on the, it's copied from here. Okay. So I will show you what is the next way of doing the planning, which is the billing plan. So billing plan is done selecting the WBS element. Then here, edit WBS element, billing plan. So here already there, that is the reason the billing plan is coming. So let us delete this. It is when I copied it, it's automatically copied from the previous project. So this is the problem with the copying operative project. So whenever you copy operative projects, everything will get copied. So now let's take it. Yeah, it is 3 million. Okay. Now this is the power planning. Very simple, straightforward. Okay. Now what is the billing plan which I shown you? But before that one, let us do two things. How to copy it based on milestone also. For example, here, or let's say FICU activity milestone. Let's say here it is not there. So let's create one for here. Create a milestone. Let's say this one is initial payment, something like that. So this is belongs to sales document also, you can use it. Then the usage is some PS01 partial billing, final billing, down payment. I think this is not partial billing. Okay, then we will say how much is the percentage. So let's say 25% here. For here, then during the realization, we'll get another 50% once you configure PS, suppose. Let's say the second payment. So here we will go and select it. Yeah. This is also again partial billing, right? So sales document type. Then here let us get 50. Then let's say during go live, let's say after go live, we will get the complete payment. So create a milestone. So this is the final payment, final invoice. Okay. So on it, copy. Then here we will put select the usage. Usage has a implication. I will show that. Then we will say sales document. Then it's obviously it will be 25%. Or if you don't want, you can put it. Now let us save this. Now there is a billing plan. There is two way of doing things. Okay, first I will do it manually. Then second I will show you from the milestone. For example, I will select here. Then I will go to edit WBS element billing plan. Okay. Once I select it, choose that billing plan what is relevant. Then it asks about what is the target value. Let's say for us 5 million, suppose. So anyway, one more thing, you don't need to do both the billing plan, only one you need to maintain. Okay. So now here we have to maintain the plan manually. Okay. For example, here let's say billing date. This is the date 22/7. Then one description I can say. So there will be operation, whatever you want it. So I can put 25%. So no need of value. So here you can put a rule. So this is the partial billing, right, on percentage basis. So if I put, it will calculate the value. Then let's say here some other month. Then again, this is the next bill. Then it will be another 50%. So it will be the same rule one. Okay. So it is calculated. Then let's say this is the next month. Then so let's say it's a closing invoice. So here I don't need to put the percentage. Here I will put just the rule, closing invoice. So automatically it calculates the balance. So in case if I change it here to 30%, you can see the closing invoice value automatically will change. This is one way of doing things. So you can do this way, then save it. Okay. Then it will reflect, like earlier you have seen that in the report, right? Now there is another option. Same thing. What we can do, let me just go to this one first. Let us remove that billing plan. Let me delete it. Okay. Just save it. So I have removed it. Now when I come, let's say if I go to edit, same thing, WBS element billing plan. So it asks the target value, let's say 5 million. Okay, then we will put it. Now here, instead of putting the date and all, I will select it from the milestone. So dates for milestone, I will click it here. Then from where I want it. So I can put the network number here. So network, how I will put, I will know that it is based on $11, this project. So this is the network number. I choose the network, then I enter it. So automatically it will shows that 3 milestone which is available. So I will select all. So the milestone will decide the dates. Okay, then I will say copy. Okay, so here the billing rule, which is not correct actually in that usage, supposed to be this 3. So that configuration, some issues there. That is why it is coming like that. Okay. So this is what again that billing rule is a billing rule configuration is from the SD side. I will just show you where it is. Yeah, sorry, what you were asking?
Abdul, that network from that we selected 3 line item. Na? How it is coming? We already created the billing plan in network.
No, billing plan we created only the milestone. So the milestone numbers are here, and the milestone will decide the percentage from there, and it will decide the rule, and it will decide the date.
Okay, milestone we created na previously. That milestone number is coming
yes,
here.
Yes, that milestone.
Okay.
So this way, this is one way of doing the revenue planning based on a milestone. This is the same thing what happens when you do a milestone by linking in the sales order. So for example, let's say VA01 is a sales order creation. So I think it's PS1, yeah. Distribution channel 10, division 00, then we enter it. Then this is 1600. Then you can put some reference and date. Yeah. So here you can put some materials. Again, this SD part, there is a lot of settings from SD side. You have to have that item category, this, that, and all those things will be there. Okay. Project item number not specified or something like that. You know, some issues are there with this SD configuration. But I will show you what is happening, how to linking with the. I will double click and go to the item detail. then I can put in the account assignment, I can put the WBS element, which is $11, that project number, right? Okay. Then I can go to the billing plan. So billing plan, it proposes the WBS element, okay, to choose the milestone. Same thing what you have seen in the milestone when I have selected, right, from the WBS element. Then I will say, okay. So the same thing, all the three it will show here. Then I can select, then I can copy. Okay. So here it is coming three correctly, billing rule. So here value is not there. So let me just go to put the value first. So here we have to go to here, then the condition, I need to put some kind of value. What is the PR00? Yeah, PR00 price. Let's put, say, 3 million. Yeah. So it calculates, that tax and all those things. So now if I go to the billing plan, you can see that 3 million is divided 25% and 50%, and this is the rule. So here you can see there is a block 02. See, so if you look at here, you can see there is a complete confirmation missing. So what happens, system will do that. So for example, I save this. Okay, 19643, that is the order. So sales order display, put it here. So here, for example, here I go. Okay, if I go inside, you can see that billing plan. So these are the milestones, okay, which is from the project, it is coming. And there is a block here, 02, okay. It means I cannot bill it. For example, if I go to VF01, the billing, then if I enter, it will say, see not processed, nothing is, no billing document generated. So anyway, it is some configuration issues also there, but this will not generate. That is what normally happens. So now how to remove it? For example, if I go to here, say my first, this one is the first payment. So I want to pay for this. So what I will do first, let's say I want to change it to order, right? User status is there. Because this order, I want to release it. That is the reason. I convert it to order. It's converted. So now I will release it, entire project. What is that status information? Purchasing data missing for 120 and 130. 120 and 130. Okay, here. So here, what is missing? A purchasing group is missing. So we need to put some kind of purchasing group. Okay, so let's go back here. Edit status release. Still, purchasing material has not been edited. Okay, what is that? 50665606. Okay, this material has some issue. There is no purchasing view for this. So maybe we need to remove that. So I will just delete this one. Okay. Edit status release. So when you add the resources, it is not that smooth like earlier, right? It will make several checks. The integration really working from with the with MM and all those things for procurement and material master. So now I have released it. So now what is, when the payment comes normally, when the payment comes is once you finish that activity. For example, I need to get the payment once when I complete this BBP for MM. Let's say suppose I have completed this activity. So I will go here, edit, let's say activity and confirm, complete final confirmation. I'm going to confirm it completely. Okay, then I will come back, then I will save this. So let us open and check whether that confirmation actual date came on the milestone or not. Update was cancelled. What happened? Some error is happened. Okay, some issue is there, I think, for that document number or something like that. Dump came. ST22. Okay, let us try what is the issue. So in this case, obviously that update will not be there. Confirmation will not be there because it's not confirmed. I think this issue is because of the actual confirmation. Let us try from CN25. So let us take that total of 11. Activity set. I don't remember. Let's select, choose activity. So we want this BBP. Okay. Then select. Actual data. This. Okay. Then let's save. Let's see whether any error comes here. Hopefully it's saved. Let us check. Let's give some time for this. Yeah, it is confirmed. Then it has to go to the actual date. Okay, when you're confirming it, automatically date will be transferred to the milestone. That is how you will say milestone confirmation. So what happens once you confirm the milestone? If I look at the this is 2 is there, right? Still 2 is there. So for example, if I go back, then display again, that block is getting removed here. So once you do the confirmation, this block is getting removed. So so normally what happens, it allows the billing, but here in this system some SD configuration missing is there. So normally it creates a billing document. Okay, so there will be people will be able to do the billing. So that is what happens. So here this block will get removed. This is how you are linking the milestone with the sales order. So how the trigger is, the trigger is from the project. So project can confirm the activity. So once you confirm the activity 100%, then that actual date will be flowed to the milestone. So once actual date is receiving the milestone, it means the milestone is confirmed. So that time this block will get removed. So once the block get removed, this line item is eligible for billing. So that is the meaning for it. Okay, this is how you can link your milestone with sales order. So this is what we call it as a milestone billing process. So normally what we'll be doing is you will have a lot of billing plans. I mean, you will have some, let's say how the customer will say different way. I will pay from here, I will pay, then here I will pay, then here I will pay, like that. Then wherever the payment is there, then you create a milestone, then you link it with the sales order. So finance people, they normally they run a transaction called that, VF04 is their billing due list. This is called a billing due list is there. So this normally they run this transaction every month, whatever is need to be billed. So whatever is ready for billing, that will come here. So when you have a sales order which the block is there, it won't come. So whenever the block is removed, then that will come there, and that they will go for the billing. That is how the process happens. So it is no need of if you have a milestone billing is there, then finance no need to check whether it is ready for billing, or you no need to check to the project team. So automatically that information will be flowing to there. So this is a kind of automatic or you can say integrating with SD and PS. Okay, clear or
Yeah,
confused?
Abdullah, can you show it for that payment also, which was I asked for that?
Yeah, payment. Let me just try here. Let's say CJ20N. Then open this. So let us take that service activity. Then somewhere here extra go to invoicing plan here. So here you can take it from the milestone. Same thing. This will go. See, this amount is distributed. So here I think there is a problem. Let us put 3. It's automatically take the balance. So this amount, it is distributed there. So here edit activity invoicing plan.
Okay. Basically, until this milestone confirmation, I can't able to make it invoice or FB51 payment transaction. How it's
No, nothing is there. There is no control such that. But this is for, there is just for a forecasting when you are going to pay to the vendor.
Okay. Is there any way from what you said from finance mental they are able to see what are the due list is there? They can without interaction with project
No,
team
it is
they can
actually what
pay.
you can do. There is a PS project cash management one functionality is there. Actually, that is again funds management is required. So once you have
Okay.
project cash management implemented, I mean it's a part of funds management. So once you have that active, then there is a reports are available. So in the report, they will be able to see that when it is due. It is called a payment planning or payment forecast like that.
Okay. Because
So
in the
this
payment you have
is
selected SD document in the checkbox for this invoice plan. Whether I need to check that or it's just intimation. That's it, right?
yeah, that only will come. If you want for invoicing also, we need to that the same check is required because you have seen that, no? For example, if I go
Yeah.
here, I will show you again because I have so many. See it. I have here also milestone, here also milestone, right? But this is not coming. So here this milestone is not coming because I don't have that check. So here if I go edit activity invoicing plan, then if I select this that network, if I put the network, then enter, you can see the only 3 is coming. That 4th one is not coming because
Okay.
there is
Even
no
though it's a
SD document.
payment for this thing, I need to select that
Yeah, even
SD.
the payment, but that is the same because what happened here. See here, there is a percentage you need to maintain, right? In this, you are putting an
Correct.
invoicing percentage, so that is required, and it should be relevant for that, and only it will come. So here, actually in SAP, there is a term, right? Because SAP language is like that. When you say bill, it means you are doing it for customer. You are getting money. Okay, that is inflow. When you say invoice, then that is outflow. You are paying to the vendor. So when you are getting it from your debtor, then that is, we call it as billing. And when you are paying to your vendor or creditor, then that is known as invoicing. So that is the term SAP normally uses. But in business, everything we call it invoice.
Correct.
So that is the that a difference of terms, or you can say terminology difference. That is normally people of
Can I make some
SAP jargon.
Abdul?
Sorry.
Abdul, what is your recommendation in this? If I want to do some enhancement or some customize, if I want to do, how can I can create one milestone like a payment,
Yeah.
first payment, second payment in this network, and when I'm doing
Yeah.
the payment for invoice for this particular
No, the recommendation
activity,
is, for example, if you have your finance guy is strong enough to add that cash management functionality, then you will get the report, nice reports.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that is a standard way of doing things. Else, yes, obviously you can do the customization. You can do, but customizing in finance is not that you know that, right? It's not that straightforward. Oh, it's not that straightforward because you need because that finance engine is a bit complicated in SAP. So for that, if you go and touch, then we don't know where it will go and impact. So that is one risk factor is there, touching a finance customization.
Yeah.
But maybe you can do, if you don't have a finance, what you call project cash management is not there. I mean, the cash management is not there from the funds perspective. Then you can create a custom report for them when it is due to check based on this.
Correct. Got it.
Yeah. So that won't make any impact in the system level. Just only information.
Yes.
They can get it. So that way you can do it. It's because touching that finance engine is not that easy. It is a very risky part.
Correct. I got it. I seem similarly. I also thought better we can give some customized report before paying the billing.
That knowledge, that full engine knowledge, I don't think any ABAPer will be having that. Even SAP in-house, they don't have it. But for them, they have all the documents, reference, everything is available. So they can refer it and do it. Because the finance engine, if you look at it, you will have so many class, so many methods. In the inside method, you have so many function modules, So we don't know from where it will call, and because if you are lot of methods and function modules are there in finance. So if you touch one area, we don't know where all it is going to impact. So that is the reason you might have seen that the finance, I don't think normally we don't find anybody is customizing it.
Correct. Yeah, is it okay? Better we'll go for some customized report so that
Yeah,
before
custom
paying
report
we'll
you can
check.
prepare it, because obviously if you want to get the standard report, then you need to have a funds management, then there's a commitment item. There is a lot of things are there. Funds management area should be in place. Then there is a commitment item need to be configured. Then commitment item you need to map it with your cost element, and there is a commitment item category. Then once the commitment item is in place, then it starts blocking everything. So you will have a lot of trouble with that. It's not that easy. You need some real expert with funds management for that.
Yeah.
And then you
Okay.
can do that cash management activation. But once if
Yeah.
project cash management is activated, then you will get a very nice report of planning. It is like, you will get the inflow based on your revenue, then you will get the outflow based on this planning. So basically, when you are talking about the cash flow, what system will consider not only this date plus your payment terms.
Okay.
For example, if you are saying your vendor is giving you a 30 days credit, so here you are seeing a date of 15th of July. So actually your payment is not on 15th of July due. It is due on 15th of August.
Okay.
So that kind of calculation also system will do in the cash flow reports. Similarly, when you're talking about your invoice or billing to the customer, maybe customer will have a 90 days credit. You are giving a 90 days credit to customer. So if the due of payment from the customer, the billing date is 15th of July, then obviously you will be receiving the payment August, September, October 15th only, right? There is a 3-month, 90 days credit. So that kind of calculation system will take care if you have cash flow, or you can say that cash management in place. So those kind of things you can do it. Customized report you can make it without that cash flow.
Okay.
Because you know the customer and the customer master, you will have a payment term. Then that payment term you can refer it and you calculate the date, due date, something like that you can do. Similarly, vendor also, vendor master, you have payment terms, and the payment term you have that credit terms will be there. From there you can, make it. Because normally people will get confused with these terms. For example, that is always a confusion. There is two things happens. One is, let's say, if you're talking about vendor also, there is something called a payment plan. Then another thing is payment term. Okay. Or you can say credit term, whatever it is. Just sometimes you call it as a credit term. So normally, what I have seen most of the implementation, people will create a lot of credit term instead of using the payment plan, just to show the payment plan. For example, what does it mean that, see, I have $1,000 purchase. Okay, then this dollar purchase, you can pay different way. I mean, the vendor can bill different way. He can bill 250 first, 25%, then he can bill 50% later, then finally he can bill 55%. This is actually payment. This is not actually the, you can say, this is what we call it as an invoice plan, right? So for this, you don't need to create a payment term called payment term. You might have seen that in or most of the implementation, 25% plus 50% plus 25%. You might have seen that like this payment plan in some of your implementations. This actually is not required. What is the payment term or payment credit term is, I will say I have 1 month credit, that's it. Okay, so invoicing plan is 250, 500. So here there will be a date. I will say 15th July then this may be 15th August, then this may be 15th September, something like that. So my payment will be from here with 1 month. So it will be 15/8. I will pay for it, something like that. So that kind of combination always people get confused. So for this, to avoid this, that SAP, this functionality is very good. But you are asked, and I just shown you that invoicing plan. So if you have an invoicing plan, then you can no need of this much of payment terms creating so many, this 25%, 10%. So you just forget it. You can say my payment is 30 days credit. What is the credit term? The PPV. So how you are going to pay based on your invoice. So how I will say invoice you refer it this.
So basically, you're telling that down payment, right, Abdul? That
Not
25%
only down
and
payment,
50%.
even the billing also.
Okay.
See, normal small purchase is okay, but if you're talking about a huge purchase, nobody will pay full amount, right? So they will break up the payment into like this milestone. They will say, I will pay you this much this time, this much this time, like that. For example, even if you ordering some kind of huge engines or huge machineries, they will not deliver to you without paying anything. So you have to pay some down payment. Then you have to pay once the design approved, you need to pay something. Once it is ready for shipping, you need to pay something. Once it is arrived, you need to pay something. Then after that, some percentage you need to pay after some time, something like that. So if you have worked with big construction industries, you will find that there is this kind of complication comes.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, don't get confused. I'm just giving you a bit this kind of scenarios how it will be able to use it. Okay, I think that is all. And revenue planning, anyway, it is one normally we have seen that milestone usage, that is only configuration part for us. That billing plan is basically a SD configuration. Okay. So here, for example, if I look at the project system, then let's come to milestone. Where is milestone? Here. There is milestone usage is there. Yeah. So these are the usages. You can create usage. For example, I have created PS1, PS2 like that. No, you are using that. Then this usage you can put it with billing plan type. So this billing plan normally will be created by the SD. Then you can put also a date category here. What kind of date category it is? Milestone billing, closing invoice, like that. There is a date category also you can put it. And here you can specify whether it is that milestone date, milestone at the start of activity, milestone at the finish of an activity. When you want to, the date need to be specified. So this usage has this functionality. You can decide which date you need to select it. And here this billing plan has a detailed configuration. So that is normally comes in SD. Where is sales and distribution? Finance, this financial accounting, logistics. Yeah, sales and distribution. Then billing. Under billing, there is a billing plan here. So here we have different options, like you can create a billing plan for milestone billing. There is a billing plan type. You can create it. For example, these are the details. Suppose Z1, Z, like that. You have a billing plan. Then you can put what are the details you are going to use it. Then there is another date category, define and assign date category. This is also important. So this way we specify billing plan type, how it is comes and all block what is the block, and what is the bill you want to do it, and what is the rule. So this is from here, it is the rule is speaking. So this all combinations are there. So based on this combination, whenever we are selecting that billing type, no, automatically that billing rule get defined here. Basically here, this rule is coming from those combinations actually. So here we have, as I said, this date category that. So basically this is a SD configuration. So if you have time, you can just read how it is. There is this plan. Under SD, sales and distribution, billing and billing plan. There is a configuration. There is a document type. Then there is a how it is designed and how it is, item category. There is a lot of configuration is there in detailed one. So, and basically, that SD configuration is not straightforward. It will have a lot of permutation and combination, then it decides. Especially when you have to get deciding how the item category need to be determined, and all those kind of things are lot of combinations are the permutation combination comes. So SD is not that simple like a PS configuration, because PS is not a simple configuration, because PS conceptually you need to be very clear, and PS the engine is very strong. So it's with the minimum configuration it will run. But when it's talking about SD, you need to do a lot of configuration to get it work. So I think that's all for today from my side for revenue planning. So just practice it. If you have system access, then come back with your doubt in the next session, so we can clear it.
Yeah, Abdul, one final question. So this milestone confirmation, when I'm doing milestone confirmation, the above operation also, is it possible to confirm automatically? It's like a PP scenario I'm just asking. When we are confirming the operation.
Previous activity. No, CN25, we don't have that. That link is not there, no.
Okay.
Then you need to put some kind of user exit. If your predecessor is not confirmed, don't allow to confirm. For example, I'm confirming my 10 is my predecessor to that activity 20. So if I'm confirming 20, then what system should say should not allow to confirm if predecessor 10 is not confirmed. For example, I have seen that I just without initiation, I just confirmed that MMBVP, right?
Okay.
So those by standard, no, it won't block, but like that you can put an exit control saying that if predecessor is obviously you will come to know the predecessor and that relationships from the table. So you can put a control that don't allow to confirm it. So it will not allow you to confirm unless and until. So you can put a condition saying that if CNF status is not active, then don't allow PCNF or CNF.
Okay.
So that way it will just block it. Because production and all, it is very critical, because you have to follow that routing. So here network is not that they don't have that strict control, so you can confirm it. Configuration level, you don't have that option to control it. But anyway, SAP has given the user exit for this kind of purpose only. If you have a specific requirement, then you can put it. Okay, then see you in the next class.